Yo, what's up? Good vibes and things. Thank you very much for clicking this video. That goodwill gesture has been received with lots of gratitude. You deserve respect. You see some good vibes guy from the past, way back even before television, once said that we are what we do repeatedly. And in that case then, excellence is not an act, but a habit. It's why here we choose to repeatedly, all day, every day, all time, to spread love, peace, forgiveness, and unity among humans across the whole world. You see, and we can make this good vibes and happiness a habit. Welcome here, where we shall be reacting together to different videos, all types of videos, trying to understand how humans live in different parts of the world. Straight out of Africa. With lots of good vibes. Kindly hit the like button. Tell us where you're watching from. And leave some comments, man. Let's dive in. Good vibes, man. Look at this. Oh, and this is a good beginning. Some good vibes animal here from different breeds. They have decided to have some crazy type of cuddling where you put your hand in your friend's ear. Anyway, it's good vibes, man. Look at this. Tiny kitties. Volume.
The scientist who performed illegal gene editing on 3 children has been released from prison. And he's back in the lab. If you're not familiar with the story, this is He Jianku. And in 2018, he announced that he had performed genetic editing on humans. 3 children were conceived through in vitro fertilization, and he edited the genes in the children without the consent of the mothers and obviously without the consent of the children. The genes that were edited were ones that would provide immunity, or at least resistance, to HIV. He used the CRISPR-Cas system, which is a form of gene editing that is used in all kinds of research. It takes part of a system that bacteria use to fight viruses. We implement a very specific sequence designed to cut at a specific location, and from there we can insert the gene that we want. He ended up being tried for his crimes and spent 3 years in prison and had to pay a pretty hefty fine. The identities of the children are being kept private for obvious reasons, but there's a lot of issues with this. Aside from consent, I'm not necessarily against gene editing, but the people involved have to be able to say yes, they want it. And quite clearly, children are not able to give that consent prior to birth. We also don't know the consequences of editing these genes. We may think that something does one thing, but it could have several more effects downstream on other genes. Good or bad in the long term. You can't just be editing people's DNA like that.
Such people, is that true? Look at this. Unbelievable respect for this guy. He was out there fishing, and it sounds like he has got some fishling's mother. You see? And he decided to let go of the fish. This is good vibes, gesture, man. Respect to this guy. You see? It's not everything you eat, man. Oh, much love. This is exactly how pranks should be. Harmless and innocent. You see that good vibes, someone's probably father was surprised. What is going on there, huh? Is there something on outside my shop here? Maybe doing that to the customers, or what's up? Huh? Oh, he still cannot believe it. You see, he thinks maybe this is a glitch in the matrix. There is something going on here that is not right. Oh, even calls his friend on his work and tells him, just come and look at this. This is incredible. He decides to post it. Hey, he's not believing it. Oh, humans are full of good vibes. Look at these drawings from the past. Oh my god. Told people which are colored in black, coming from what looks like some spaceship. How is this possible? Cleopatra, mother of Cleophas. Those names sound familiar. 13th wife of Shem. Ha! Oh, the real shame of the Bible, which one? Ifat, wife of Japheth. Wait, good people of earth, is this true? Oh, please, if your thoughts. You see, some guy might have just decided to draw people from their village and name them like this. You, leave your thoughts on this. Do you think this is real or it's just some good vibes guy being creative? Sauda, wife of Nuba. Ha! This is crazy, man. Haria, wife of Ham. Oh, good people of earth. Do these people look like those people that these people are saying? Hmm, this is crazy. This is unbelievable, man. Look at this guy, Mubia, wife of Noah. Noah. This is wife of Noah. How? Good people of
It's
earth.
honestly really weird, so I'm not sure where I'm putting it on TikTok, but I am. This is my really long eyelash. I put mascara on it to try to make it darker to show you. Yes, it is attached to my eye. I've had it my whole life. People are always like, oh my god, there's a hair in your eye, and they'll try to pull it out, but it's attached, and every time I pull it out, it grows back, so it doesn't matter.
This is my first time seeing a condition like this, but I looked it up. This condition seems to be a trichofolliculoma, a rare and benign condition. This condition almost never causes any concern, but you can remove it if you want for cosmetic purposes.
Approaching the moon surface.
They created a huge painted canvas and hung it from the ceiling. They also had a mobile camera on rails and could move the camera up to the screen to mimic the landing. This is the true magic of the moon landing. To be honest, it was a true masterpiece of the technology of the time. This is the result, the approach to the lunar surface, original footage. Bonus, take a look at this picture of Apollo 17 from ESA, European Space Agency. Notice the different colorization of the background and the foreground, because this here is a real set, is a real stage, real rocks. This whole rock formation is real, but the background, inclusive the asteroid, is just as part of a frontline projection screen. Notice there is no depth. Stones, the shadows, everything here, it looks like flat because it is. It is just projected to a frontline projection screen. I'm going to paint where the difference is. Everything above this red line is just the screen, and everything below the line is the set with the real objects. You can see everything below this line is a real set, everything above this line is just a projection screen.
Oh, this is crazy. Your reality versus their reality. Whose reality? Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Wait. What is going on here? Oh my god. Look at this guy and the camera. Why does he look like that? Is it Frogman or is it just the camera has issues there? Maybe the person recording comes from an area where there are probably other creatures like that. What is that? That is creepy, man. This looks like a drum capacitor. What is this? Oh, wait. There's something inside this stuff. This does not look like a ordinary type of capacitors or diodes or whatever you call them.
Kipper's Goldie's foster dad. I rescued Goldie when she was like 2 days old, and she lived in the house for a while. And Kipper is 24 pounds, Goldie was like 4 pounds. And so Goldie would sleep with Kipper, and Kipper would keep her company. Is that your foster dad, Goldie? You love your foster.
Oh man, that's some very interesting stuff. Ice breaking up of a lake. Oh my god. This is crazy. How is this possible? Oh man.
All the scientists that were assigned to researching him started having the hitchhiker effect in their homes and their families. The branch of the CIA called MK Often, and this branch, that was their thing, was that they got into the occult and esoteric, pretty much kind of like the Ahnenerbe was the Nazis' version. You know, they had several things like the Thule Society and Vril, but it was the Ahnenerbe who was really steeped in the occult as well as the Vril. But yeah, MK often, I mean, they would infiltrate seances. They would send members into seances. They actually openly talked with witches, active witches. In fact, one of the most well-known witches, this well-known witch was Sybil Leek. This lady, she was so well known that H.G. Wells, Lawrence of Arabia, and Aleister Crowley all used to visit her back when she was 9 years old. Her family was that connected. In fact, when M.K. often was dealing with her and approaching her, she would tell them where the most active covens were, all the different locations of witches and covens all around the world. I mean, you know that also, what was it, Crowley and several of his colleagues, they all worked with British intelligence. So that's another thing, is like a lot of these people that are steeped in the occult and witchcraft and things like that, and demonic and satanic rituals, also have a lot to do with spies and spy agencies. That she witnessed satanic rituals going on out at military bases. And she said that a lot of the people that are mixed up in the naval intelligence, not all of them, but a lot of them, are mixed up with the OTO, the Ordo Templi Orientis.
There was programming. They used military bases because they won't have any interference when they have someone on a military base. And a lot of my programming took place on military bases. I would like to talk about the fact that there are rituals done at the military bases also, and that rituals are not a cover. The people that do the mind control are involved, and rituals are very much a part of how they do things.
I don't know if you've read the book about Laurel Canyon. Have you read any of that stuff and looked into it? Oh man, yeah, the whole hippie movement. And I touched a little bit on this because people like Timothy Leary, who was big on promoting LSD and things like that, this was all part of the CIA and their MK Ultra, as well as MK Often and all that. In fact, this goes all the way back to Edgewood Arsenal. And they needed a giant pool of test subjects. So they were using the American public as guinea pigs. They've been dealing with they've been initiating satanic rituals at all levels of government because they are trying to tap into these things. They want to make contact. It's no different than John Dee back when he was the person that worked for Queen Elizabeth.
Oh my god, that's some scary information.
This planet has something very, very unique, and it is the vibration of the heart. No other planet has that. No other universe has that. Our greatest defense, whether it's military or whether it's attack from somewhere, will always be the oneness of ourselves. We have the ability to heal ourselves. We have the ability to change an entire frequency of vibration to where it's that positive thinking slogan. Or you can do what you want to do if you want to do it bad enough. All that is true. Our planet sets on an axis. Our planet turns. Are you with me? Every time we have an explosion on this planet, all we are doing is vibrating the magnetic pull of the planet. So eventually, if we hit ourselves too hard one day, we just might fall over. And if we fall over, then what does that do? We won't be. The other universes are not going to allow us to do that. This is when they decided to cooperate with some real high-tech stuff. Our objective is to arm every single human being with the ability to tune in to the divine, astral, and physical plane, to tune in to our own vibration and frequencies, to raise it to a point that we can heal ourselves from within, and that after we are finished making ourselves healthy, we can take the excess light and give it away. to help other people heal themselves faster. We're at the very top of the political problem, and there is a problem. I like these mind control people. They beam a vibration so that they can control your mind, and you do things you don't know you're doing. But in order to get you to that point, they have to totally unwire you. So that means we as taxpayers are paying for torture, shock, and all those other things, and somebody's going to spend their time talking about that. The reverse pattern now is that when a mind control beam is being beamed to them, we have created a frequency so it does the opposite of what the intention was. And it's working out real well. In the banking system, when you go to steal a little more money, and there are a lot of points where you stop. You go into a bank, you want to do a transaction. The first door is the banker himself or herself. They do their job, the transaction rolls along, it all gets down to proving collateral. We have developed a system to where the banks are responsible for proving the collateral. If it is not real, the transaction does not work. Now for those people who just don't have it down yet, they're not into acceptance yet, and they step forward and they try to steal some more money, everybody that is connected to that transaction through the back door in an automatic auditing system, which is run by Universe Court, they lose everything in that transaction, and they lose everything connected to that transaction, period, in the end. And we have demonstrated this ability for the past 4 years. This is how faction number 1 and 2 have fallen. They just don't have any more money. Now, we are making a great big step. It started at 315 just a little while ago. Everybody sitting in this room is a specialist.
Oh my god. Please leave those on that good people. I thought it was a hedgehog at first. And then at a closer look, I realized I don't know what it is. Please, if
Flat
you know,
earthers
leave
all
some
say,
comments.
I shouldn't see this thing, but I do, so the earth is flat. Then, to justify this claim, you all say the same thing, typically with no context whatsoever. 8 inches per mile squared. None of you have any idea what this means. You can't derive it. You can't calculate anything with it. You can't make a prediction with it. You can't tell me anything about this value at all. When I point this out to you, you get very angry, and instead of answering simple questions, you just link me to a bunch of videos made by con men. Well, I'm sorry, friends. Those people are doing incorrect math, or lying, or both, and they are counting on the fact that you won't do any math at all to check up on them. 8 inches per mile squared is not a valid way to measure Earth's curvature. If you understood math, you would immediately see that this squared on miles is totally out of place. That's because this is a parabolic approximation. This is for doing calculations with a parabola. It's possible that you remember this shape from middle school algebra, but I wouldn't be surprised if you don't. As you can see, the Earth is not shaped like this. So where does it come from, and why do people use it? It comes from the Flat Earth Bible, Zetetic astronomy, and Flat Earth priests use it because they know it's not accurate. It gives them incorrect values that they can use to claim that they shouldn't be able to see something when in fact they totally should. There are dozens of videos on YouTube demonstrating this, several of which reference the actual formula that actually describes Earth's curvature, which as you can see requires trigonometry. Stop blindly repeating what you hear on Flat Earth videos and learn some basic math so that you can do these calculations for yourself.
This non-human realm was feeding off low vibrational energy. There's a scene in the first Matrix movie where Morpheus holds up a battery and says, the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world designed to turn humans into one of these, a battery. That is a profound statement in an apparently fictional movie.
Well, we saw the kids version in Monsters Inc. as well.
That was another one. You had the monster world, where the key monster was a green entity with one single massive eye. I mean, that's telling you, isn't it? What happened is that in the monster world, they had no source of energy. And so in the power station, every day, the monster employees would turn up and they stand in line. And then these doors would come, and when they walked through the door, they walked into a child's bedroom. And their job was to terrify the child, so the child screamed. They caught the scream in a tube and went back to the monster world to power the monster world. It was very symbolic of how this works. They are telling you without telling you, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god. Oh man, these animals are just incredible. You see some good vibes dog here from some place that look like English labs. They try to feed a statue there to take good care of it.
Anyone that is reflecting to you at any given moment what it is you need to know to become more of who you truly are. A twin flame can do the same thing, but we understand that you can also see the concept of a twin flame as the idea of the oversoul creating very specific incarnations that interact with each other on a certain frequency level that creates or contains the potential for the highest amount of reflectivity back and forth to allow each other to grow. So it's almost like you're vibrating in each other's fields because you contain similar frequencies. It's almost, in a sense, like you sense it's one thing being split in two. It is two things, each is independent, but they are so geared, so harmoniously vibrating together, so much so on a similar frequency that they can appear to be split-offs of one thing, which ultimately, of course, they are, because there is only one thing in creation. But that's how you express it.
Oh, that is interesting. Good vibes.
3 days of darkness will occur when the Earth passes through the photon belt. This is as the Earth enters and passes through this belt. There will be no sunlight, nor moonlight on the Earth's surface. Photons are electromagnetic particles that travel at the speed of light and will act as a barrier or temporary shield around the Earth, preventing the light of the sun or the stars from passing through it. This is expected to last 72 hours or 5 days. There are no breaks or periods of light. During the 3 days, only darkness. Recommendations: stock up on food, water, candles, other essential items. All sunlight will be blocked and solar panels will not generate energy. Stay at home and avoid traveling for safety reasons. The sunlight will return to the Earth, marking the beginning of the Golden Age.
Let's see. Oh, allegedly, this guy was asked for a rebirth certificate. And he say he was born on 7th, 1722, and then on 8th, 17th. Am I seeing this thing right? Good people of Earth. Was this guy born all these times? And then, not just that. You see, 1800s, you don't expect this guy looks like this. Unless he has a secret, you see. Birthplace, Brooklyn, New York. Look at this birth certificate. Oh, looks like it was even written by some school teacher using just this normal printer, because it is from the past that does not look like a certificate. Look, July 1925. Oh my god. Oh, signed in 1932. What is this? This is insane. Who is this guy? Good people of Earth. You see, I saw some video in some episode of him, some few episodes that have passed. You see, and it's like he had those deeds of vampires or something like that. And I was really surprised. Back then I thought it was jokes and all that. But now seeing this guy was born back in 1770s, how is that even possible? I'm surprised. Oh, good people of Earth, I'd like you to leave your thoughts on this, man. You see? Oh, the time don't go so
Ladies
many
and
and there.
gentlemen, do I have a treat for you guys? Now, we're all aware that TikTok has this trend that people come on live and act as NPCs in order to earn gifts. Now, here's the thing. I do believe there are real people acting out as NPCs, but I also believe that there are real NPCs amongst those real people. Let me show you this conversation I had with this young lady about this guy over here. So I always come across this guy live and I always find it intriguing, and I stay for a little bit just because of the things that he says. They're hilarious. Now, this was literally 2 days ago. I came across his live and then someone offered him food, and he says he does not have the internal component. He states that he does not have the internal components to process or digest food. As soon as I came across his live, I was like, what? So I tried to record him saying it again, but he already said it. He already completed it. So I was asking during his live, check this out. As you can see here, I says, did you say you can't process food with the mind blown emoji? Because again, literally he said this as soon as I entered his live to the people. And then as you can see, this girl right here, the Devasia Briggs says, Anu Juice, he's an AI. He's not real. Y'all see that? I took a still picture for you right here. He's AI. And she also states he's not real. So I proceed to ask her, how do you know he's not real? And she continues, she mentions me, she goes, he's not real. So she states again, he is an AI. And I say, how do you know? Okay, so I asked her, how do you know? And she's about to tell me. So again, I was curious again, so I begin to ask him again. I say, Harrison, can you eat food? Can you process food? Okay, and then she comes back. Watch this, y'all. Check this out. Watch what she says. So she says he has a battery pack. Y'all look, check this out. Hold on. Look, he has a battery pack. I was like, what, a battery pack? And I asked her, how do you know? I asked her, how do you know? And watch what she tells me, y'all. Look. Let me see. And then she proceeds to say this, that he showed us his battery pack one day. Y'all see that? He showed us the battery pack one day. Now, I wouldn't think nothing of this, but apparently she's important to him because she's able to pin comments. You can't pin comments in TikTok unless you are close to the creator. And that's what's really threw me off, saying that I don't think she's lying because she's able to pin comments. So she's close to this creator, and here she is telling all the secrets or revealing the truth about him. Now, furthermore, I asked her, what are you to him? And she says she is his handler. Can you guys believe that? I can believe that because this is another trap of the Matrix to keep you from doing from what you're supposed to do. Remember, you guys, this matrix, this illusion is created as a way, as a method to keep you from raising your vibration, to keep you back into this loop, to reincarnate here over and over again. This is the reason why they create these interesting looking characters. I say these interesting things to keep you in that loop, to keep you in that trap. Because there are only a certain amount of people here that are really feeding the system. Everyone else here is fake. Once the real people leave this matrix, then this matrix is over. The system is done. So it is the real ones that are keeping us trapped in here. These people are really fake. I just showed y'all. That's crazy. Have you guys ever checked out these NPC contents? If you're not mentally strong, this thing can really grab a hold of your mind and put you in a loop, you guys. Literally, they know what they're doing. But I just wanted to make this video to bring awareness. Have you guys experienced anything like this? Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Please like, share, and follow this video for more. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. You already know we're in the shift, y'all. Let's get it. Peace in.
Oh my god, that's some crazy stuff, man. Please leave your thoughts. Oh, that's crazy. Look at this. And some guy here allegedly is a magician. Look at this. And how is he able to do that? Wait. Look carefully. Oh, how did he do that? Good people of Earth. What just happened? You see? We must be being fooled here. You see, these magicians you have watched a few times and you have realized they can really be playing with your mind. You see? But thanks to this good vibes guy here, decided to show us how the trick is done. And this is what goes on. Let's see, maybe he will explain to us better. Oh my god, that is that is where the trick lies. Oh, I never saw that coming. You see, I told you these guys sometimes they play with our mind. Anyway, they're all searching for something to feed their family. You see, good vibes to everybody, man. Respect and love. Oh, look at this cat here. And it has their kittens. Well, are these really their kitten or they don't look like they are theirs? But they're just
This
good vibes.
is what happens when you release a packed goldfish in the wild.
This is what happens if you throw your goldfish out in the wild. It gets fat. Just caught this guy. I'm about to release him right here. That's what happens if you put your goldfish in the wild.
You just put it in the wild. Is there any other plan? Oh, good people of Earth. That's interesting, man. And that's where the river meets the sea. I've never seen such a place myself. And it really looks cool, man. Just like yourself for watching up to this far, hitting the like button, leaving some comments, and even hitting the super dance. That's a good gesture. Lots of respect and love to yourself, man. You see, that's those guys that have joined us recently. Even today, if you're a new subscriber, feel much welcome, man. This is the place to be. You can even join the membership platform there. You grab some merchandise, you see, and we can spread this love across the whole world together. Much love to yourself, man, to everybody. Peace and love be with you, good people of Earth. One love, man.